It is officially holiday season, and that means it's time to make holiday cards. Welcome back, or welcome to anyone new here. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you're ready for the holiday season. Over the past few years, one of my favorite ways to get into the holiday spirit has been to make holiday cards for my friends and family. My family celebrates Christmas, so for my family, I do Christmas cards, but I make happy holiday cards for everybody else. I'm not the best letter writer, but I add a little note as well. It's not a big thing, but to me, this tradition is a nice way after Thanksgiving to think about the people that I'm thankful for and let them know that I'm thinking about them and that I'm happy that they're in my life and, all of that sentimental stuff. If you can't tell, based on the fact that I hand paint 10 to 20 cards every year, I get pretty extra about it. I like to paint the cards, I like to do the message. I have a whole wax and seal situation for the back of the envelope. This is just something that makes me happy to do, and I get super into it every year. This year, I ended up painting a lot of snowy scene winter landscapes, as well as quite a few cat-themed cards. No reason for either of those things, it's just kind of what I was drawn to this year. Often I find myself using snowmen for the non-holiday specific cards, but this year I was trying to veer away from that and try something new, so I focused on the landscapes instead. I am not a huge winter person. I don't love being cold. I don't love it being dark out all the time. There's just a lot of things I don't love about the season, but I do love the holidays. From, the general vibes, the gathering. I see my family a lot at this time, so that makes me really happy. The food. I eat lots of sugar, the decorations. And most importantly, the music. I don't know about you, but in my family, Christmas music does not go on until after Thanksgiving. It's just like a rule that we have. And by that, I mean on the drive home from Thanksgiving, I am bringing up my It's Christmas playlist, and it goes on, and then I listen to it very little else until December 26th. I like searching for new renditions every year. I like trying out the new original music, and I'm perfectly happy to listen to the same exact song, just sung and arranged by different people several times in a row. So I am definitely looking forward to that. If you have any favorite Christmas songs that you like to listen to, or any that have dropped this year but that you're excited about, please let me know so I can check them out and add them to my playlist. I love listening to Christmas music. I'm also so happy that Spotify Wrapped does not include after October, because if my Christmas music listening was incorporated to my Spotify Wrapped, I'd probably be kind of annoyed because it would totally take over. Anyway, getting back to the cards themselves, I used mostly my new Roman Schmal paints for this. If you haven't seen my recent mini haul video where I tried them out and swatched them, I'll link that here and below. I'm still getting to know these paints, and in making these cards, I did learn that anyone who says it's hard to soften off edges with Roman Schmal paints, we're absolutely not kidding. These colors just don't stop moving, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's interesting to work with. I'm used to being able to soften off edges, and I do enjoy doing that in a lot of my paintings, so it's something to keep in mind, and it's something to learn how to work with. It did throw me off a little bit on some of them, especially when I was trying to soften off edges of backgrounds, or painting the snow if I wanted to soften off the edges so it would fade into white. It was really hard to get that to happen without still having a hard line of pigment, even if it's a faint line of pigment. There's still a hard line there just because the pigments just don't stop moving. I still really love the colors and I'm really enjoying using them. I'm just also learning how best to use them so that I use them to their potential, but also in a way that I enjoy painting with, you know? I leaned very heavily on Misty Morning, Aquarius Green, and Autumn Green for most of these paintings. Misty Morning was really great for the backgrounds, and Aquarius and Autumn Green were both great for the trees. I think that's actually part of why I ended up doing so many landscapes, is just these colors were such a great palette for that, and I love the way that these colors look. The greens, especially when they separate out, just look so gorgeous. I also brought out my Dreamland watercolors for this. If you don't know that brand, they are handmade, iridescent, and often color shifting paints. I have quite a few of them actually. I don't get the chance to bring them out as often as I'd like, but I love using them as accents on cards. I really like the effects that they give, especially the color shifting ones are sometimes harder to use on landscapes, so I like to use those in other ways, but they just look so cool, and I like having the chance to use them when I can. And yeah, if you've made it this far, I really appreciate you. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment, as it really helps out the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more. I would love to know what your favorite parts of the holiday season are, or if you have any weird or fun traditions. I would especially love to hear about those. Have a great start to your holiday season, and I will see you in the next one.